Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play Deus Ex Human Revolution, and let's continue the game where we last left off, which is going to meet David and give him the report. But also, let's talk with our co-workers.
All over the office, Mr. J. You really took care of those Purity First assholes. Wish I could have been there to see it.
Hold down the fort, boss. Nothing new to report.
I would have liked to have kicked a few asses myself. Hey, does the company have an augmentation subsidy program? I'd totally take advantage of that.
Actually see if anyone else has something to say.
Those are some top-of-the-line augmentations Mr. Seraph hooked you up with, Jensen. Did you get a chance to test them out at the Milwaukee Junction facility? Surprised he got you so many, though. I mean, the info link? How does that one classify as a life-saving measure?
Another attack? Can't wait to see what the Humanity Front says about it this time. No doubt Bill Taggart will cry innocent, then use the opportunity to stir up more controversy. You know he's coming to town soon. No doubt Bill Taggart will cry innocent, then use the opportunity to stir up...
Now let's explore a little bit. If I remember correctly, there's a hidden place. In here you can go and get... I don't remember if it was a protein bar or maybe even a... Well, we did find something. Credit it. Pocket secretary. Let's read it. Info. Well, I do remember this part. That was a hint of a submission that will come up later on. But I guess now I have everything I can do. And yes, it pays to explore because you do get some XP for exploring the area, so it's not always wise to just head to the next objective. But sometimes you gotta, like for instance, if we had tallied along when the hostage situation was going on, Sheriff would call you and tell you that one of the hostages has been killed. Now let's see if the newspaper has any new reports. Not yet. As the world reacts to your decisions and actions.
Extremely regrettable affair. I'd very much like to meet with David Seraph in person to offer my deepest sympathies and assure him that these attacks are in no way linked to the Humanity Front. My people have worked tirelessly to find a peaceful solution.
Adam, I heard you were back, but I just didn't believe it. Gosh, you look good. Were you at the factory tonight? Was that what SWAT was waiting for? Wow, it's good to have you back.
Hey, Jensen, heard about what happened in Milwaukee Junction tonight. Is it true they were really after the typhoon? I tell you, you can't trust anything the media puts out there these days.
Great job at the plant, boss. Wish I could have gone out with you, but things got a little tense over here, too. Somebody scheduled a protest in front of that limb clinic over on 2nd Street. Things got a little hot for a while, but nothing spilled over to here.
Now let's see. Oh yes, now I have available praxis too, so now I can... And I'm gonna first upgrade this reflex booster. Now we can take down 2 enemies at once, if they are in close proximity.
Hey, do you know if David is going to step it up security-wise around here? No offense, but I just don't feel like our workplace is safe anymore.
Jensen, Is it true Sanders acted surprised when he heard about the hacker? Who do you think sent them all?
Ah, we need to meet Pritchard first. Well, let's go meet Pritchard. See what he has to say.
Well, if it isn't Mahatma Gandhi himself, come to honor us all with his life-preserving presence. If this is about the typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Now, Pritchard. I didn't risk my neck to have you lose it in a pile of CPUs and scuzzy adapters.
Well, look at you, using the big words. Don't think just because you hacked through the plant security system so fast that you're an expert on everything computer. There's a reason I can't examine the typhoon yet.
Do tell.
For your information, I am running a diagnostic sweep on our network and router security to find out how Sanders' hacker got a hold of our codes.
I'd have thought the first question to ask is, whose codes were they? Unless you already know.
Stick to kicking down doors and shooting people, Jensen, and stop trying to do my job. I guarantee you we'll get along better that way.
Fine.
Don't you have somewhere to be, Jensen? I'm sure Sarif is expecting your report. I would think a man just returned from a 6-month sabbatical would have a lot of work piled up.
And I do, but still, I want a stop worm and some nuke virus software. And more protein bars. Thanks, Pritchard. See you later.
And Steve Jobs talk about.
I bet he's trying to convince him to come out of hiding and make a statement that will counteract Bill Taggart.
Darrow is not hiding. He's working day and night in the Arctic, trying to save the world. That's what millionaires do when they get bored. They save the world. Didn't you know that?
A little background talk. What's my inventory? Well, it's almost full soon. Gotta soon start being more selective on what items to pick up.
I'm telling you, Hugh, he might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile. We'll talk later.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Well, when we're done here, check him with Dr. Markovic at the Limb Clinic downtown. Get her to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
You did good today, Adam. And thanks to you, Sanders is behind bars. And my lawyers are gonna make sure he pays for what he did. So don't worry about what anyone else says.
I won't. But that's not why I brought him up. Sanders was tricked into attacking us by the hacker I caught going after the typhoon.
He's the man we really needed to interrogate today.
Exactly. Only he killed himself to prevent any chance of my doing that. That takes real dedication.
Yeah, or training. You're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Maybe someone else is offering more. So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
Boss, what you're asking me to do, it's not exactly legal.
No, it isn't. You got a problem with that?
Just figured I'd point it out.
Oh, thanks. And believe me, if I had another option, we'd be taking it. But these past 6 months, seems like all the influence I built up in this city just dried up and blew away.
Well, you were able to keep SWAT from infiltrating the plant until I got the typhoon.
Just barely. And now someone else is pulling strings to keep us in the dark? We need that neural hub, son. It's key to finding out who's behind these attacks.
And taking up the men who did it. I'm on it.
How much? Well, almost.
Adam, were you just speaking to David? I didn't know he'd finished his call. Is everything okay?
As well as can be expected.
Right, like I know what that means anymore. The phone's been ringing off the hook ever since Bill Taggart's little press conference this evening.
Taggart. Sarah was speaking about him when I walked in. What's the founder of the Humanity Front saying about us now?
Oh, he's all sincere this time, denouncing all the violence that's been committed against us, offering to come here in person to express his deepest sympathies.
Right. No wonder the boss seems grumpy.
Can you blame him? If it were up to Luddites like Taggart, you would have died on that operating table. The problem is, he knows how to play on people's fears.
Tampering with human biology can be pretty scary.
Tell that to all the war amps whose lives have been improved because of it. But if Taggart has his way, if he can sway popular opinion enough, then the United Nations will be forced to take a stand. Mark my words. That man is trouble. You better get going, Adam. I'm sure whatever David's asked you to do must be important.
Well, time to get a move on.
Please report to your office. Adam Jensen?
In here we seem to have a side mission starting. Oh. Well, let's go to our office. Let's see what the first side mission is.
Hey, Jensen. Rumor is some of those pro-human bastards got away tonight, including their leader. Think they had inside help? I mean, the place was surrounded, and you were in there. No way the man just slips out like that. Shit. I mean, the place was surrounded, and you were in there. No way the man...
General O'Neill would have canceled all our military contracts if anyone got a look at it.
Hey, Jensen, glad to see ya. Damn it, now I sound like his girlfriend or something.
Right.
Hey, Jensen. Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard. For a while, we thought you were a goner, too. Everything's going to shit. The attack on HQ, and now this mess with the factory.
Yeah, tough times all around. How about you, Corella? You okay?
I don't know. I fucked up. I mean bad.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall, you know, one of Pritchard's techs, We started sneaking out some neuropozyne from one of the labs.
Jesus, Tim. You realize this could get you fired. Worse, arrested if the company chooses to prosecute. What were you thinking?
I know. It's complicated. I didn't want to do it at first, but there were good reasons. Anyway, now I want out, but Tyndall has security footage of me stealing the stuff and says he'll expose me if I ever stop helping him. I'm in a bad spot, Adam. I need that footage back. I know you're busy with everything that's going on right now, but I could really use your help.
What is it exactly you need me to do?
I need you to get back that security footage Tyndall has on me. It's probably in his apartment. On his computer, maybe.
So what? I just look him up in the phone book?
His apartment is near Brooklyn Court. It might be tough to get in because his building has a large security gate protecting it.
Well, that's just great.
Hacking the security gate is possible, but would require advanced hacking skills. You might have to look around for an alternate path. Maybe use the fire escape or something.
Neuropozyne. What could you guys want with an anti-rejection drug for augmentation patients? Reselling it? Providing a competitor?
Why do you automatically assume I was trying to turn a profit?
How about Tyndall? Can't you reason with him?
You could try, but Tyndall's a pretty driven guy. I mean, the guy's like a rock. You'd need a Casey aug or something to crack him.
Casey?
Social enhancer. It's an augmentation designed to read people's reactions and behavioral patterns. Higher end series even allows you to directly influence people with pheromones or something.
Pretty ballsy stealing a patented drug from a secure lab. How'd you manage to do it?
Both Tyndall and I worked the night shift every other week. I stashed the neuropozyne in a bag while he edited the security footage. Guess he kept part of it.
All right. Tell me more.
Really? Wow. Thanks, Adam. I thought I was done for. The security footage will probably be on his apartment computer. Meet me in front of the subway station parking lot once you get a hold of it.
I got it from here.
See what Jensen's computer holds. Okay. And that also gives you the hint of the side quest. Office 23. Let's check. So 1 floor down.
Megan made her presentation in Washington. The UN wouldn't even be considering restrictions.
We don't know that for sure.
Let's investigate in here. See if we can find some little more clues. Office 32. So, once again, let's go a little bit upward. Up. Ooh. Fool. Up. Painkillers, well. And some beer, well. Let's use a little bit of beer. And get a minor health boost, 5 health points. Well. Not smart. Password Eclipse. see if we can go to the next door in here. Once again, getting a little bit of XP, Traveler. Some credit. Okay, I guess we've done everything we can in here. Now it's time to leave.
This whole thing just brings back bad memories. I love working here, but it's hard knowing that at any second...
God, I can't talk about it. What if another bunch of radicals burst through the door, like right now, and start shooting?
I know. It's so awful. Because you'd be the first to... I mean, you'd be...
I'd be the first to what?
Nothing. Forget it. Nice job tonight, Adam. I heard most of those vandals got arrested peacefully. Things could have been so much worse. Would you like to get a coffee with me sometime? I feel so much safer when you're around.
Ooh, getting flirted.
Mr. Jensen! Oh, everyone's talking about what a great job you did saving the hostages. You're a real hero, sir. Can I help you find something?
Thanks, I'll find my way.
Of course. Have a good evening, sir.
The objective screen details your current missions and objectives. In here, you can find extra information that may help you better understand what needs to be done. Missions can be activated or deactivated, depending on if you want them to appear in your radar or not. Deactivated missions can still be completed.
Hold down the fort, boss. Nothing new to report.
Talk's all over the office, Mr. J. You really took care of those Purity First assholes. Wish I could have been there to see it.
Time to leave.
Mrs. Reed?
Adam, I'm sorry you startled me. And please, call me Cassandra. You and Megan were together long enough. I was waiting for you.
Out here? Why not come meet me inside?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready. This is where you work, but to me, this is also the place where I lost my daughter.
I know what you mean. It's never been the same for me either.
I guess it's not meant to be easy. It seems there's just no right way to deal with something like this. And I can't even begin to imagine how things have been for you after all you've been through.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first, I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
They did what they had to do to save me. And in a way, I can do more now than I ever could.
I'm glad to know you take it so well. Many of us wouldn't be able to cope so easily with such dramatic changes.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan. About what happened to her. Or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more?
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day. She was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why it happened. I can see why she loved you. Not even that degree of mechanical modification could change what she saw in you. Please, will you help me find out what really happened to her?
I never got a chance to investigate the attack myself. I'll look into it.
Thank you. This means the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I'll need to do is meet with this detective, Chase.
Good. He works part-time as a security guard in an apartment building on Brooklyn Court. I'll be waiting for you in your apartment lobby once you're done.
Why does a detective need to work part-time as a security guard?
Oh, he retired soon after the case. I don't really know the details. Maybe he'll tell you more.
I'm on it.
No, I didn't want to seem opportunistic on both of the side missions and ask for a reward. I don't view Adam when I play Deus Ex as a callous person.
I'm sorry, I really can't talk right now, Mr. Jensen. I'm still in shock over what happened at the Seraph plant.
Mr. Jensen, I don't know how you stopped that Sanders character, but I'm sure glad they called you in. The cops in this city are worthless.
Ooh, someone threw money in the trash bin. Well, I guess I'm gonna cut the video here, and we have done...
Is there a problem, sir?
No, not a problem. As I was saying, I guess I'm gonna cut the video here now. So, when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, let's first see which side quest we should do. Motherly Tears or Lesser Evils? Before we continue on the main missions. Because side quests do give you some extra XP and also rewards. Such as weapon upgrades, items, credits, even sometimes practice kits. So let's gonna start doing these side missions first.
I just think it's disgusting. I mean, grafting metal into your skin? Yuck.
I guess you don't have any tattoos.
It's not the same. You don't need to take drugs for the rest of your life when you have a tattoo.
Well, I think what you do to your body is up to you.
Yeah? Well, when everybody's done doing what they want, what happens to people like us who refuse to become machines? We become the weaker species, that's what. And the next thing you know, we'll be the ones living in derelict Rome.
Wow, you really don't have an opinion on this, do you?
But anyway, let's cut the video here. As always, until then, I'll see you when I see you. Later.